Hi guys, I thought I'd help you out today and teach you how to loop a composition indefinitely. I've found that it's saved me a lot of time, but it's not very well explained anywhere. So for example, this is something that I work on where they'll give me a quick PowerPoint as far as what they want to happen, and then I have to go in and make it. And today I'm making these VM machines. Before, I had a 3D cube that would rotate. And instead of like animating all of this throughout the timeline, you can animate it once and then just put it on a loop. So because of branding reasons, I can't use the 3D cube this time. We're going to try to just use this, but we're going to give it a little bit of movement. We're going to do some 2.5D. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make a new comp. I'm going to make it, let's see, we're going to call this VM 2.5D for 30 seconds. And I'm going to go over to my project. Okay, so we've made our new comp and I need to drag my assets in to animate. So I'm going to be lazy since I didn't make these in two different assets. I'm going to duplicate this layer. And unfortunately it has this little white line that doesn't look very good. We're going to just drag a matte choker onto it, or a simple choker. You can just choke it a little bit. There we go, no more white line. And then I'm going to put a mask and have this be the VM symbol. And then I'll have this one be my frame. Subtract. This is the computer. Okay, so I'm just going to animate this, and I just want to have to do it once. So I'm going to make this into a 3D object. And I'm going to go into my rotation, and I'm going to rotate the y-axis like this. So it looks like it's computing. I'm going to go -22, set a keyframe, move forward, I don't know, 1 second. That looks good. I'm going to go +22. All right, and now I'm going to go back, go here to 2 seconds, -22. So it'll loop. It's going to go back to where it started. And then here to give it a little bit of a, like a pause, I'm going to take this keyframe, move forward a couple, and paste it. We're going to do a quick easy ease, which is F9. If you're on a Mac, you have to hit function F9 because it has all the extra things on the keyboard. And then I'm going to use my motion script to affect the easy ease. That's the easiest way to do it. Otherwise, you can go into here and you can drag the handles. So if I didn't have a script, I would come in here, pull these handles like this to give them just a little bit more movement, more interesting movement. So now it's kind of bouncing a little bit more. And I'm going to add an effect to make it stand out. We're going to call it a light sweep. This is a neat little effect that gives it some depth. Get out of my graph, go into my effects, and I'm going to animate the center. You can see you get this really great semi 3D effect when you use this light sweep. I'm going to change my direction to make it up and down. I'm going to put a keyframe here, and if you hit U, you can see all your keyframes, which is nice for when you're animating, so you know exactly what's going on. Now I'm going to move my center to the other side to line it up with when it's -22. Make another keyframe. And then come here to the end, and make another keyframe here on the other side. All right. So now we're starting to get something a little bit more interesting. I'm going to just easy ease, and now I'm going to use my motion script to make my life easier. But if you don't have a motion script, you can go into here and you see all you have to do is drag those handles to get a little bit more interesting graph. Okay, so now I have this little animation here for 2 seconds, but I need it to loop. And instead of just copying, pasting, and have it look not quite right, you can loop this. So the easiest way to do it, you need to trim your workspace. And all I did, I hit Alt and the right bracket to trim it. And I'm going to pre-comp. Let's see, both of these. Okay, and here's where it gets interesting. So I have my 2-second comp. I'm going to right click, go into time, enable time remapping. And the trick here is you have to go to this keyframe and go back one keyframe. And the easiest way to do that is to hit page up on your keyboard. If you don't have it, you can just zoom in all the way and move it one. And I'm going to make a new keyframe, and then I'm going to delete this one. Now I'm going to Alt click on the stopwatch, hit this little arrow, go to Property, Loop Out, Time, Cycle, Number Keyframe 0. So now that I've added this expression, it should just loop forever. And it looks like it's working. So if we hit RAM Preview, sure enough, there it is. And that's how you loop a composition. And hopefully that'll save you guys lots and lots of time. It certainly helped me out.